Gentlemen, pay attention to what I'm about to sharing might change your perspective on women, connections, and allure. We're going to go into 15 raw forever. Ruthlessly honest psychological realities about ladies that most guys fear too much. These realizations aren't simply about knowing women and what they're about self-mastery, because as the Stoics provide emotional self-control and realizing that reality is not as the secret to true is what you want it to be. Round power stick. This could be the advantage. You have been missing. Let's start. The secret is mental stimulation. Therefore, let's get. This attraction is direct for women. Starts with the idea that you may be the most very strong dude, yet if you unable to cognitively engage her, you'll merely be another man. She doesn't realize women want deeper bond. The more you participate her intelligence, the simpler it is for her to establish an emotional bond as well as achieve orgasm. However, here's the kicker. Is that this isn't about acting, or pandering is about being an expert in your own. Marcus Aurelius expressed his satisfaction in his thinking. Of your life is determined by the caliber of your ideas as you mold your fact number one. The key is mental stimulation. Ideas with assurance and purpose. She will be engaged by that energy, which is why emotional and mental bonding often surpasses physical contact in the eyes of women. Not coercion, but rather comprehension of the regulations. Similar to what Stoicism teaches, self-mastery is the first step toward control. Develop your emotional and intellectual faculties. Self-control and assurance. When you engage her thoughts, everything else will fall into place. Foreplay and two creams may improve women. This is the unvarnished reality of intimacy. Want to pay attention to details. It's not just large movements, but the little ones' deliberate actions that have a long-lasting effect by using oils or creams, while foreplay may heighten feelings and establish a closer bond. It demonstrates your thoroughness and lack of hurry. Existing. But here is where Stoicism enters the picture. Intimacy in play is mostly about self-control, as it pertains to bodily. Epicus said that no man is free. Who lacks mastery over himself. If you're not paying attention, she'll observe how you interact with her body and thoughts. With purpose, you're not only improving joy, you're producing a more profound. This isn't a relevant link. It's about understanding, not techniques. Fact number 2. Intimacy can be improved by creams, and foreplay believes the importance of foreplay is equal to when you have mastered the intricacies, the major act, you improve both of your experiences. Here's a smell that you three adore. Harsh reality. That most males ignore. Attraction is more than simply your words, or do you often overlook it? If a lady adores your scent, then her chances of falling in love rise. By a crazy 97%, that's correct. A straightforward scent has the power to evoke strong emotions, connection. The Stoic thing is a primordial phenomenon. Gentlemen, pay attention to what I'm about to sharing might change your perspective on women, connections, and allure. We're going to go into 15 raw forever, ruthlessly honest psychological realities about ladies that most guys fear too much. These realizations aren't simply about knowing women and what they're about self-mastery, because as the Stoics provide emotional self-control and realizing that reality is not as the secret to true is what you want it to be. Round power stick. This could be the advantage. You have been missing. Let's start. The secret is mental stimulation. Therefore, let's get. This attraction is direct for women. Starts with the idea that you may be the most very strong dude, yet if you unable to cognitively engage her, you'll merely be another man. She doesn't realize women want deeper bond. The more you participate her intelligence, the simpler it is for her to establish an emotional bond as well as achieve orgasm. However, here's the kicker. is that this isn't about acting, or pandering is about being an expert in your own. Marcus Aurelius expressed his satisfaction in his thinking. Of your life is determined by the caliber of your ideas as you mold your fact. Number 1. The key is mental stimulation. Ideas with assurance and purpose. She will be engaged by that energy, which is why emotional and mental bonding often surpasses physical contact in the eyes of women. Not coercion, but rather comprehension of the regulations. Similar to what Stoicism teaches, self-mastery is the first step toward control. Develop your emotional and intellectual faculties. Self-control and assurance. When you engage her thoughts, everything else will fall into place. Foreplay and 2 creams may improve women. This is the unvarnished reality of intimacy. Want to pay attention to details? It's not just large movements, but the little ones, deliberate actions that have a long-lasting effect by using oils or creams. While foreplay may heighten feelings and establish a closer bond, it demonstrates your thoroughness and lack of hurry. Existing. But here is where Stoicism enters the picture. Intimacy in play is mostly about self-control as it pertains to bodily. Epicus said that no man is free who lacks mastery over himself. If you're not paying attention, she'll observe how you interact with her body and thoughts. With purpose, you're not only improving joy, you're producing a more profound. This isn't a relevant link. It's about understanding, not techniques. Fact number 2, intimacy can be improved by creams, and foreplay believes the importance of foreplay is equal to when you have mastered the intricacies, the major act. You improve both of your experiences. Here's a smell that you 3 adore, harsh reality that most males ignore. Attraction is more than simply your words, or do you often overlook it? If a lady adores your scent, then her chances of falling in love rise by a crazy 97%. That's correct. A straightforward scent has the power to evoke strong emotions, connection. The Stoic thing is a primordial phenomenon. Ultimately, it's about making a payment. Focus on the subtle factors that impact us in ways we often overlook. According to Marcus Aurelius, we need to concentrate on what we can manage, and in this instance, part of it is your fragrance. Chemistry cannot be faked, but you may select the fragrance you wear while concentrating on the little aspects such as keeping oneself clean and having a fragrance that it fits you. And you're not simply doing well, feeling like you're gently tapping into a deeper attraction that is nearly subliminal. Although it's a tiny deed, it has significance, because the truth is that when she's attracted to, in this sense, it's more than simply attraction. Fact number 3, love is sparkled by scent. It marks the start of something significant, additional. Concerning the formidable forelook, which many women are concerned about, how when they're having private moments, they look something they don't discuss too frequently. However, it remains there, hovering at the rear of own thoughts. Regardless of how certain they seem to be afraid of being judged or not, they may be consumed by measuring up. Place your from with a straightforward assurance that is sincere, and having confidence may help her thinking completely. You observe the Stoic method instructs us to concentrate on what's we have no influence over her looks. Anything that is within your control, but how you respond to it by providing consistent confidence and maintaining your composure. You're not just soothing her anxiety, you're taking command of the circumstance, resulting in self-assurance and demonstrating that you're safe enough to avoid being fazed by trivial issues in a society that is fixated on with excellence your capacity to stay. Being grounded and focused will make you stand out. Therefore, don't be duped. Genuine attraction isn't It's not simply about physical beauty, both emotional and mental. 5 security measures free dates meals. Let's discuss a truth that most 38% of women acknowledge, but men won't. Fact number 4, concerning your look. They will only go on dates if it's free. Meal, yes, you heard correctly. You're sitting there believing that everything she's eyeing the steak and talking about romance. Dessert, as if it were her last meal. This isn't always about you, buddy, where you must distance yourself and take a stoic stance, and distance yourself from the result and concentrate on what you can take charge of your own behavior. Avoid the misconception that each date should result in more women becoming complicated, and their reasons aren't always as simple as they. It seems that knowing this is essential to not slipping into the game of chasing. You must accept the reality that some women are not interested in free meals. It's simply the way things are, personal. We learn from Stoicism that it's not about what occurs to us, but our reaction to it. If you deal with circumstances like these, you're already calm and resilient. Be mindful and maintain your ground before the game, and stay focused with these 6 ovulation boosters. Desire. Here's a simple reality that you must recognize. Women's ovulation feel an increase in arousal and desire. It's not just in their minds. Their biology takes care of itself, increasing their sexual arousal. Fact number 5, free meal dates. They're more sensitive to attraction, inclined to seek for closeness or feel attracted to the presence of a guy during this time. But the worst part is that this isn't regarding what you're doing correctly or getting her to like you. Depends on timing and understanding the cycles of nature. This is when a stoic attitude does not succumb to other influences or feelings. Rather, he acknowledges them, and manages his own reaction. When a lady becomes more aroused due to her ovulation, you have a choice. Should either consider it a victory or stay grounded. Comprehend the situation without exaggerating it, as in Stoicism, acknowledging and comprehending the inherent cycles of the planet enable you to remain calm and concentrate on what really depends on your self-control and the attractive guy in Clarity 7. Unfortunately, most guys don't do this. Acknowledge your worth in a woman's eyes increases dramatically when other ladies discover you. Desirable is more than simply how you. According to you, it's social evidence. When a female observes that other female are drawn to you, she starts to, I wonder what she isn't experiencing. Primal is also the cause of an unusual fact number 6. Increased desire. Due to ovulation, vehicle or luxury item appears more attractive when people are trying to find it. But this isn't a deceptive tactic. It's a simple biological reality that women are predisposed to be drawn to guys that are seen as high worth by others. Here's where the strength of when Stoicism is applied. A Stoic recognizes that his value is not determined not by the opinions of others, but by his own internal qualities. When you're based on self-respect and emotional control, with a distinct goal that quiets. Don't get caught up. Confidence exudes in an effort to win others' approval. Understand where your true strength rests in taking charge of your life with a purpose. Let social proof is helpful to you, but never rely on it, since the Stoic method is all about keeping your eyes on your journey, and the rest will. All right, we've covered all 7 points, 15 unexpected psychological truths. I'd want to know your thoughts on ladies today. Please leave a remark below and inform me which fact most affected you. Here's a sentence that I would want you to comment. The first step in comprehending women is knowing yourself. What do you think? Does it strike a chord with the fact number 7? The effect of the desirable man. The method that we have been discussing. I'll Let's discuss it in the comments. Read each and every one of them. Let's maintain the 8th position. Preferences differ, and this is a harsh reality. Certain ladies have certain tastes. Regarding intimate postures, one among the most frequent penetrations from behind many people in this situation not only enhances pleasure in the body, but also builds a stronger, more primordial bond. However, don't fool yourself into believing it's only about women's wants are in the physically impacted by feelings of trust and even subliminal elements. So when she tends to this posture, since it's not just about the ACT, but also how she senses that the situation is now real. This is where you embrace somber fashion. Authority over the things that you can control, comprehension of her aspirations, your confidence, and your readiness to adjust with the capacity to provide her with what she. The secret in relationships isn't cravings. About assuming things, it's about having insight and understanding when to change gears. Even when Stoicism isn't regarding strict standards, it's about being proficient at responding and adapting to the here and now and providing her with what, fact number 8, preferences for positions differ. She really requires 9 healing empathetic attention. This is a reality that you must comprehend. And quick, a woman's anger it's about listening, not about making things better. No fast cures, no advice, just your empathy and presence in the world we live in. When men respond quickly to address, take action. But in the case of women, occasionally, the most potent thing you can do is simply listen. There is nothing else to do. Completely and impartially, this isn't its strength is its vulnerability. The ability to possess the ability to provide sincere compassion and the ability to identify that you don't always need to be in charge things, such as the strength of Stoicism, resides not in imposing results, but rather in learning how to react when you arrive composed, grounded, and in the present. You quit becoming an anchor out of necessity, attempting to soothe her feelings and just allow her to express them. And then, the 10th secret is where the actual connection starts. Regarding affairs, this is a hard reality. 68% of women acknowledge that they have thought about having a liaison if they were aware that wouldn't be discovered. This isn't some uncommon fact number 9, empathy and focus. Heal paradoxically. The truth is the reality. Women are sensitive beings when they feel dissatisfied emotionally or mistreated. They may begin to consider about going out, but here is where the red pill viewpoint comes into play here, isn't it? So unless you're the one who's at fault, get comfortable with your connection. The harsh reality that many guys live in putting energy into the wrong pursuit's validation, concerned about what they unable to regulate and failing to put in the strive to be the greatest version of yourself. Women themselves put you to the test. Strength, your reliability, and your leadership. Skills if you allow yourself to be compromised, if you're failing to provide her emotional depth that she will begin to examine. In other places, Stoicism encourages us to be in charge. What we can do, how we think, and the work we do in our relationships. Don't allow let negligence be your undoing. Be vigilant, present, and guide your connections with 11th best friend's goal in contrast to. This is a difficult pill to take, lover. Secretly, some women adore their best selves. Friend over their, yes, you heard correctly, boyfriend. While you're out here believing that the reality about the guy in her life is that emotional intimacy and a strong sense of trust, fact number 10, covert affairs. Thoughts discusses often with her closest buddy more weight than the allure you believe you've developed, but for a moment, let's be honest. Second, women are not being attacked. It's about the harsh truth of connections. If you're not creating a sincere, affectionate bond with her, if you're only following the procedures or centered solely on physical appeal, you're positioning yourself to failure. The red pill's impact is felt here. Homemakers aren't only seeking they are seeking a leader and a partner. A guy who can empathize with them, be the rock, and keep them interested when times are difficult. It's all about becoming her boyfriend, certain that she is her equal and protector. And here is when Stoicism becomes important. Don't focus on the things you can control. Complain about her emotional bond. Build your own with someone else. Emotional fortitude and dependability regulate your own behavior, attitude, and naturally, you'll turn into the guy she actually 12th values: emotional stability and confidence. Let's cut through the nonsense if we're mature. You believe that women in their 40s are all you're missing the physical game. As kids become older, the aim isn't about the best friend versus boyfriend, fact number 11, how often you can execute, but about how emotionally stable, clever, and you are self-assured for ladies of this age. Intimacy within the group increases in satisfaction when its foundation is emotional equilibrium and mental fortitude, the harsh reality. Just physical appeal won't win you over. Thus far, you can be in the greatest condition of your life, but if you're feeling, you will fall if you are immature or insecure. This is when the red pill theory comes into play. When it strikes hard, you must be the guy who emotionally dominates. A woman doesn't want a guy who continues to seek approval from her, seeks a grounded guy who is aware of his value and who can interact with her. This is when Stoicism comes in emotionally. Genuine confidence does not originate from external approval, but from an internal feeling of direction and emotions resilience. Concentrate on developing those attributes that you are able to manage, and your connections will take on a new dimension. A whole new depth level. 13 size is inconsequential. Let's have a notion that has been ingrained in everyone. The size of the guy's skull for years isn't everything. In reality is straightforward, and a penis of average size is more than capable of making the typical vagina enjoyable. Fact number 12. Self-assurance and emotional development was designed to fit more comfortably and more important than size. What really counts is men who are infatuated with size and compatibility often fail to see the wider picture, which it's about your presence, not a number. Your self-assurance and the way you carry yourself at the precise time when the reality is women are more happier with guys who guide the bedroom's entrance and exit. A guy with engagement skills makes her feeling wanted, and in control has the ability to establish the level of closeness that alone is unable to provide this, which is where Stoicism offers genuine benefits. Concentrate on you cannot alter what you can control, your physique, but you can improve your mentality, emotional development, and the capacity to establish a closer connection. Man's self-assurance, restraint, and presence will consistently surpass any bodily insecurity. So don't worry about size and begin concentrating on what body language speaks louder than words. Here's a fact about volumes that many guys disregard women's body language continuously. If you're not making payments, pay attention to the faint, tiny clues, lacking access to some of the greatest strong indicators of attraction. Women tend to communicate more via fact number 13. Dimensions are inconsequential. More than words pointing toes, bodily language getting up close and messing with their hair, or subtly. These looks aren't only arbitrary. Actions that are unmistakable indicators of interest. The harsh truth is that if you're ignorant of these signs, you're departing. The door is open to a different man who is reading her body isn't enough. It's about having faith in yourself. Your body language, posture, and mannerisms, you can change the vibe by how you present yourself. When you're standing tall in the room, make genuine eye contact and project your self-guarantee that you're not only reacting to indications you're giving them. With these connections, regulate the internal things by embracing Stoicism. Your body language is your power. Hands, don't allow insecurity or fear to master. Uncertainty distorts your presence. And you'll begin to see interest in methods you never envisioned. 15. The fact is that communication is everything. Most men are terrible at this, believing that playing games or being silent will manage to impress a lady. But here's the harsh truth is that women want clarity, want for candid, honest dialogue about wants' limits. And fact number 14. Nonverbal communication is powerful expectations. It goes beyond listening, involves being truthful and bold in expressing your desires and listening to them without reluctance. Skipping this setting yourself up for frustration and bewilderment if you don't communicate honestly. Regarding your thoughts, you're departing the possibility of misunderstandings and unfulfilled. Women admire a guy who understands their expectations, how to express his ideas without being too sentimental. They show respect, power, and this is when Stoicism comes into play. Enters the picture. It's not about dominating people while maintaining authority yourself, your feelings, and your responses. When you can be straightforward and honest discussions without allowing your emotions or ego take control. Displaying feelings. It's the kind of guy and woman who exhibit maturity, trust, and trust is ultimately the basis of all things. Whether it's a partnership, friendship, or even a brief encounter there, you've got it. 15 unexpected psychological information about whether it's love or desire, women or comprehension of an emotional connection. These may assist you in navigating connections with more assurance and empathy if you gained fresh knowledge. Remember to click that like today. Fact number 15. It's all about communication. For more stuff, click the icon and subscribe. Enjoy this. And before you go, I would want to hear what you think about which of these, the facts that shocked you the most below. The better I comprehend, the more I control. Let's start a discussion about it. I'm excited to watch your thoughts in the comments section. In the following one, you